Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back to another breakdown. So we're gonna do obviously our daily analysis with US30 and gold. So starting off first with US30, we're gonna do a top down first. So on the weekly time frame, last week we did see some bearish momentum. Right now, I wouldn't really say that the weekly time frame is going completely bearish just yet, since we are still holding above this previous higher low, right? So obviously we are creating these higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, and price continues to remain itself above it, which is going to be the 38,500. So the weekly time frame is still bullish. As long as price can remain itself above the 38,500, price continues to be bullish off the weekly. Now, if this weekly candle managed to break under the 38,500, pretty much remains under the 38,500, possibly taps on 38,230, and if it breaks this is where I'll say now that the weekly time frame is now having the potential to start having the switch of structure, right? But as long as right now the weekly is bearish or bullish. Now, on the other hand, daily time frame, we are now having the switch of structure, right? So very simple. Notice how price over here was creating these higher highs and higher lows, right? We went from creating new higher highs, higher low, and then this is where the lower high continues, right? In the previous breakdown, I did mention pretty much all of these sells that we did catch, right? So I did mention the lower high here, right? This was, I believe, 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. I explained you guys the sell. Very nice sell that you guys could have taken. It was literally the sells that was breaking retest under this structure. Pretty nice sells. But the daily time frame, you guys can see that price. This is where price formed the lower high. Afterward, this new week, right, which was last week, we end up breaking under this other previous higher low, right, which is around the 38,300. We got the pullback. Notice how again we did manage to reject and remain itself under, right? So we got this high, higher low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Daily is bullish. Same thing goes along with the 4-hour time. The 4 hours is also bullish. We have some clean rejection from this 38,800, which was the previous higher low, right, which is support. You guys can see that we have clean rejection of structure, clean rejection of the EMA. Price is perfectly remaining itself under this structure, right? Perfect. So what am I going to be waiting for this morning? Pretty much the same exact thing that happened here and right over here, but under the 38,500, right? So if this New York session, right, we do manage to break under the 38,500, simply wait for the break and retest setup, and this is where I'm looking for sales. Pretty much the same thing that happened here. I'm looking at for right down here, and then target the 38,230, which is going to be this major support, right? The 38,230 on the daily time frame. Let's see what it is. Yeah, so on daily time frame will be back under this major support, right? Very clean profit if price does give us those break under the 38,500. Now from here we will definitely have to see what price can do, but if the price does manage to remain itself above the 38,230 after this pretty much bounces to here, we can possibly look for some bounce plays because we're coming back into the major support, right? So this is where we can look for bounce plays as long as price can remain itself above it, right? And obviously give you guys those confirmations. Now if we do see rejection again from the 38,500, let's go a little bit lower. So if we do see some type of rejection from the 38,500, right, or the 38,550, as long as price can remain itself above these two zones over here, there can be a possible bounce play back into the upside. Because again, remember, we are coming from this zone of support. We did see a bounce from this support over here. We did see a bounce from this support over here. We did, or now this was pretty much gapped it, didn't really touch it, but we did see some bounce from this area. Now, if price does manage to remain itself above the 38,550 to 38,500, we can possibly start seeing something like this, and then price can start pushing back into the upside, right? This is the only way I'll be looking for buys if price does manage to maintain above the 38,500. Another good zone to be looking for buys at this point, where I will give buys and opportunities. Let's see what we can find here. Maybe above the 38,630. Yeah, or the 660. Let me see. Maybe this can also be a good potential buys. Now it will be more risky since we're pretty much trading above the zones. A bit more risky, but if you guys do find a good RR, which is a risk to reward, you guys are definitely be able to get buys. Let me see. So I would say keep an eye at the 38,640. Keep an eye at 38,640 and the 38,680 area, right? So those are two zones you want to keep your eyes on: 38,640, 36,680, right? So pretty much, obviously, you guys know. Let me just duplicate this so you guys can get the idea. Right there. So if we see the bounce here, and price starts doing this, you guys are good to buy the market as well. So if we don't get the fully pull back into 38,500 and price just pretty much does this the momentum, right, then you guys are pretty much good to buy back into the 38,800, right? This will be the first target. Continues to break above. The second target can definitely be the 38,900 zone, right? Now from there on, obviously, oh wow, my Mac just ran out of battery. Let me see if I can connect this. Yeah, so I gotta use my other keyboard. My mouse just ran out of battery. But anyways, that's exactly what I meant, right? So pretty much this is exactly what we can wait for. Pretty much this breaks here, and this is a target. So let's delete all of this one. We don't need this here yet. And let's delete this for now. Damn, I gotta use my MacBook keypad. All right, so that's gonna be for US30. Very simple. Nothing complicated, just pretty much wait to see how price reacts around these zones over here. Now we're gonna go into gold. Gold, in the other hand, is something else. Like, gold has been extremely bullish the past weeks. Literally, the idea that I'm looking for gold is the deeper pullback, right? Every single time frame is bullish. The weekly, the daily, the 4-hour time frame, everything is completely bullish, right? Now let me get this. Let me move this. Oh, let me move this right over here. So every time frame bullish. You guys can see the weekly bullish, daily bullish, 4-hour bullish, right? Now the main idea with gold for this week, or the potential move that we can get, right, if we start seeing the switch of structure from the lower time frame, right? So this is where we're gonna have to focus on pretty much on the 1-hour time frame to start seeing the possible switch of structure. Because if you guys see the 1-hour time frame, we're just heading to the upside, what, creating higher highs and higher lows. So we gotta break under a previous higher low so the price can probably break under it, retest it, and then hold it as a lower high to then continue the trend, right, to the bearish, to the downside. This is where I would say that it'll be decent to start looking for sales position, but I wouldn't really say it's completely sell until the daily start forming some type of structure. So pretty much when the daily start doing something like this, and then we can start having some breaker structure like this. This is where I'll say now price has the possibility of not switching the structure from the daily and from the weekly as well, to possibly come back into the major zones that I'm waiting for, those deeper pullbacks, right? So the main idea, or the long-term idea, I'm waiting for deeper pullbacks here, right? So once I price get there, obviously I'll give you guys the breakdown, but that's pretty much what I'm waiting for. Now on the 1-hour time frame, this is where you guys got to check this out. On the 1-hour time frame, we are kind of consolidating around these ranges over here. What we do need to see this morning, this is where it gets really tricky. So you guys got to be very patient right here with the market, because last week I did see some butt move with gold that did cost me some losses. So I tell you guys to be very patient. Let me see what we can get here. Wow, this is only using this. All right, so check this out. Most likely I will be giving buys or sell an opportunity. So we can give sales an opportunity right over here. It will be risky. It will be a high risk opportunity under 2174. So if we do get a break under the 2174, something like a candle closure like this, pull back here, then we can start looking. We can give sell an opportunity, and then I'll target back down to the 2160. Right now, 2160. We also got this markup zone right over here. This will be some other good potential sales opportunity if we start breaking under, right? So if we break under 2160, same exact setup, break and retest, then we can come back and target 2150, right? And then from there on, we have more potential target if the bearish volume continues to hold, right? So these are other potential targets. So if we break under the 2150, this is where probably on the daily time frame we form like a very big candle. This is where you guys can look for better structure as well, the daily time frame, the higher time frame. But yeah, so if we break under here, this definitely can be a target. We break under here, this can be another target. We break under here, the next target can be the 2133. And then obviously from there on, we will have to see how price structure plays out. Potentially we can get the deeper pullback into the 2078, which will be the longer term, right? Now, these are potential moves that can happen. I'm not saying that it will happen, right? It's a potential move that can happen if the bearish, how I planned it, like with the bearish structure, plays out. Now, if price holds here, as pretty much we're still maintaining above it, right? The only way I would be giving giving to look a buy opportunity this morning will be if we do manage to break above the 2183. So if we maintain above here and we start seeing something like this, I'm looking for buy position, and I'm targeting back into these highs over here, 21.93. The next target can be the 200. Wow, I mean 2200, right? Will be the next target. Now, 22,200 is the run psychological number, so that will be the next target if obviously we break above here or the bullish volume continues. Now, remember, it's very tricky trading gold at the moment. You gotta be very patient with it, since obviously you guys know the momentum, right? It's very bullish, but there's no really good structure of the lower time frame to be looking for good moves. And on top of that, today we don't have some news activities, right? We don't have any news event, meaning that I doubt that we might see some very strong move with gold this morning, but we do have a lot of you guys can see red folder news this upcoming days, which hopefully it will move gold into a new direction, or probably just continue the direction. We just continue the trend. But that's pretty much it, guys, for this breakdown. Gold, just be very, very patient. It's very risky with gold, so obviously you guys want to look for the higher probability, which in this case is going to be US30. So pretty much it, guys, for this breakdown. Later on I will be giving you guys the recap to see how the trade plays out, see if I took a trade as well. So that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the next one.